Dun, 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 dun. Hey pond people, John G, Modern Design, back again with another awesome waterfall project. I took my team out to Knoxville, Tennessee right about a month ago, and the boys put in an amazing waterfall. I was blown away when I went back out there. I want you guys to watch the process. I want you to watch it happen. You let me know what you think. That's all I gotta say. Stay tuned. Oh, by the way, like, comment, subscribe, cheer, whatever.
Irrigation pipe. Another irrigation pipe. Another irrigation pipe. Wow. You know, another irrigation pipe.
This is what happens whenever you go full throttle on an excavator.
Didn't he say turn that irrigation off?
I'm pretty sure. At least that's what it sounded like.
Doesn't look like the irrigation's off.
No, it doesn't sound like the irrigation's off either.
Maybe if we just wait long enough, the line will bleed out.
Yeah, maybe it's just got too much pressure.
Think 20 minutes is long enough?
Yeah.
Still blasting out of there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's off or not. I don't think you turned it off.
Let's just push some dirt back over top of it.
I can put my hand in there if you want.
You got any bentonite? Do we have any bentonite? It's
no, I've got thermite. Just blow it up.
Well, I think we already got that one, buddy. Let's go find where to turn this thing off. So a 28-inch tall rock, that gives us a lot of height with our waterfall. So when you've got a rock that's this size, you can easily have a 2-foot waterfall and still have a bunch of extra rock crested on that. So what he's doing up there is he's actually up in that shelf trying to see if this is a good fit.
So what he's talking about with this 28-inch rock is that we have cut our first shelf into the ground. 28 inches is right here. What that's going to allow us to do, we want to have about 4 inches of boulder above our waterfall in order for it to work out, because we hate to stack our rocks. So in order for that to happen, we're going to come in at about this height. So we have minimal work to do up here to get this grade right when we set our boulders in.
We're building this thing in reverse because it is such a steep hill. We've got a steep hill. Not only that, we've got trees on the backside. We can't even get the machine up that side. So what we actually have to do, instead of doing what we normally do, starting at the reservoir and working your way up the waterfall, we actually have to start at the very top of the waterfall. Build it, fold everything back. Build the next one, fold everything back. Work your way out of town, as I would call it. Alright, so right now I'm putting in one of my wing wall stones, and a wing wall stone is something that's really, it goes outside of the liner, and it's to retain the soil and kind of naturalize everything coming into the waterfall. So one thing I want to make sure of in this spot right here that we're doing is if I don't get the top of this rock down to even with this one, the one that I'm putting over here, it's actually going to be tall and blocking the view of our waterfall from the windows, which is something that we definitely don't want to do. So we got to dig this area down and actually get it to where it comes off level from this stone. Nice transition into the other one. Alright guys, so it is the start of a new day. What I am standing in, this nice orange rectangle here, this is our reservoir. So everything that you see when we get done, you're not going to see anything that happens under the ground in here until we clean it out in the springtime. So what this is actually just underwater storage. And on this one, we're going to have 9 large AquaBlox, which is equivalent to close to 300 gallons of water. The reason I'm setting it here is we actually have a ton of drainage that comes down the hill behind me and runs right through our reservoir is going to be. So something we got to make sure of is that we don't have hundreds of gallons every time it rains going straight into our reservoir, because that is going to put a ton of sediment in there, make it dirty all the time. The algae will flourish, would be my guess. So we just got our laser set up so that we can get everything perfectly graded, and we are about to jump in this machine and start digging. So I'm out. What are you doing?
Making mud pies.
Making mud pies?
Yeah.
What are you making mud pies for?
So we can block up all that gravel, because the more you mess with it, it's just gonna keep pouring out. So we're gonna smack some gravel up there or mud. That way we can lay our liner down and no gravel will come through and puncture through it. What are you doing there?
Water in the roof. I hit a bunch of corrugated pipes in the bottom of my reservoir, and I have to make sure that they're not from these downspouts, or every time it rains there's going to be hundreds of gallons underneath my reservoir. Gonna see something cool?
Pretty good ideas being had.
I was gonna say, Dad's not here, so there's really nothing he can do to stop us.
Yeah, true.
We wanted to turn this little crevice into a waterfall, tee off a little bit of our water, have everything coming down this way, just a little bit, not enough to take much away from up there, and then they'll meet together for the very end falls.
I think that's a grand idea.
Steal some ferns out of the woods, neighbor's yard.
Yeah, they won't miss them. They don't even know they're there, probably.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, let's make another little waterfall. Yeah,
let's do it.
Let's make another waterfall.
Done yesterday. We got a bunch of the edges mostly backfilled with rough soil and ready for topsoil. We got this bottom waterfall right here built, and it is a bit of a different style than the top two. So Dad wanted me to take the rock that was off to this side over here in the dirt, and he wanted me to make the waterfall with that one. But I thought it was kind of the same idea as the one that was right above it up at the hill with the two boulders butted together, where it's got that drop off on the edge, and I wanted to change things up a bit. Also, Dad's not here, so there's nothing he could do to stop me. So, I have a nice pinch falls down here with these two boulders instead. I'm gonna have to rock up in between those guys, and it's just gonna be a thick sheet of water coming right off there. And it's not even gonna be a sheet, it's gonna be more like kind of falling in on itself, and that's what you get when you just pinch the boulders together with that little V, and a nice rock tucked in between them falling off the edge. But I'm hoping we can wrap this thing up pretty quick. We got a big day ahead of us if the rain don't come in on us, and we're just gonna get moving on this, so. Ow! So it is foam time in these waterfalls. We've done a ton of backfill with our topsoil on this side. We've got it up, and I was actually filling in my holes that I was supposed to be foaming, just making the edge look nice, and then I stopped and realized, like, whoa, gotta back up for just a second. So what we're about to get to is the foam work in this waterfall. So instead of blowing cans after can after can of foam in this thing, I'm actually gonna use my liner scraps to make a little bed in here, because we know that this liner is waterproof. And then I'll just foam around the edges, so that's what we're about to do. I put this bad dude in, tweaked it, had it set just the way that I wanted it, and then Dad shows up, tells me he doesn't like it, and that I have to dig this rock back up and maneuver it to where he likes it. So, after a couple hours of messing around with this thing, getting it unburied and actually taken out of the ground, did what he said with it, and what do you know, he was right. I like it a lot better now. So, there it was, I said it, you're right. You're right, Dad. That's it. It's the one time. What do you get? Guess that's it though.
Yeah, I mean, we're finally done.
Ready for food. Let's go get some food. Good job, man. Let's go. So it's been an amazing project, amazing time. Kudos and a shout out to Jake. It's been warm out here. So what you're looking at is what you should expect when we finish a project. This is what it looks like. Everything is done. The water feature's been cleaned. Whatever had been sold is completely finished. And then a mulch ring around the edge when we finish. This was mine and Jake's creation. And Dad had a few things that he would have tweaked and liked to do different. So if you hate it, put in the comment section, Dad was right. If you like it, then, you know, let him know. You better tell him, because I'm looking forward to it. So I hope you guys have a good time. Follow us on our Facebook page for daily updates and day-to-day things, because we go all over the place doing amazing stuff like this. For now, I'm done, out of here. Stay tuned, and we'll see you guys next time.
So you've heard from Tristan, you're now experiencing all of the beautiful drone footage that I went back and took after the guys got done. Do me a favor, give those boys a thumbs up, tell them what you think, give them something down in the feedback, because I went through that job after the first day I left. I did nothing but come back through and grab their hand. They're busy making this beautiful painting. I'm grabbing their hand saying, do this, do that. I crushed some artistic feelings. It's called Seagull management. I would just blaze through, say, I love this, I hate that, change this. And then I disappear. Go through, crap on everybody, fly away, Seagull management. Sorry guys, I need you, the viewers, to share with my boys what you think about that waterfall, because in the end, I am a super proud papa. I love what they did. The homeowners love what they did. You guys share what you think. Thanks for tuning in to our channel. Thanks for being a part of our YouTube experience. We love you all. Later.